Hi bro, I'm just here to show you this. See this? This number right here? What do you think this is? Come on, I'll give you a moment. If you didn't guess from the title of this video, this is the number of times this modpack has humbled me in ways that I can't even process. Don't believe me? Go watch this. Now, don't get me wrong, I know how it is to struggle in games. Not like once or twice, but hours upon hours of not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Anyway, welcome to attempt 248. But before we dive in, a quick heads up on how I will approach this challenge. RlCraft has this lovely habit of spawning you in the middle of an ocean. Or a desert wasteland. Normally, at that point you just die and respawn, right? But in hardcore, that means dying, deleting the world, creating another. And this would lead to endless loading screens. No two ways about it. And you're not here for that. So, to save us both some time, I installed a random teleport mode. I did this for all those moments when I get spawned in the middle of nowhere. Or in the nest of a Gyarados. More than this, for the authenticity of the run, once I settle on a spawn point, that's it. No more teleports. I live and die with what I'm given. Also, one more thing, due to my famously bad sense of direction, I turned off the setting where you need the antique atlas item to access the map. Essentially, I turned on a permanent map. I did this in order for me to start learning how to navigate my way around this confusing world. With that out of the way, sit back, relax, and maybe wish me luck. Upon starting, I get spawned in the absolute perfect place and decide to immediately flee via random teleport. After taking a peek at the desert wildlife, I find myself underground in the Defined Lands biome. Why the hell not? Might as well give it a try. After I very carefully navigate my way around these vines, I left the Defined Lands behind me and got some flint, sticks and plant fibers for my first tool, the flint hatchet. Got wood, got some planks, and made myself a stone pickaxe. After putting said pickaxe to work, I quickly got all the stone tools I needed for my journey. On the way I encountered some sheep and even got to pet some of them. They were so happy of me petting them that they even offered me some raw mutton. Or at least so I thought, until one of the fluffy rascals lured me into a trap and I panicked and ran for my life. After putting some safe distance between us, I returned to face Australia's wildlife. And what do you know? I even got my first 2 spider kills. But don't you worry, all this encounter did to me was to raise my self-esteem a tiny bit too high. So off I was. How was I supposed to know that this stupid plant took his dogs out on a walk? A plant. Walking. His dogs. Okay game, what the actual What? You thought this would be the run that I conquered the world? Yeah, me too. But I'm not a good gamer. So anyway, at this point my mental state was in shambles. And you can clearly see that from the name of the world I was creating. So, attempt 249. I have faith. And never mind, get me out of here. Food. Ooh, a Christmas present. Oh, hell no. What? What's that? Ocean? Never heard of it. I found something that used to be alive. Okay. I got some of his bones. Damn, I'm thirsty. And lonely around here. Much better. Hey, that's a village. I used my first skill point learning farming level 2. I gathered the librarians in a single house so I can find them later. And started gardening. Well, combat of course. I'ma be honest, I have no idea why I did an entrance through the roof. Wait, you were supposed to be 4, right? Where is the last one? Did I put my villager in the stove again? There you are! I know wine is a thing in this game, so I got a stack of grapes. No, don't eat them! While I still have the light of day, I go around the village still, safely depositing whatever is it that might be valuable. Which is not much. Alright, new day, new me. And I remembered how one of these white shirts tried to escape yesterday, so I decided to make them some living spaces. Leaving them safe and sound, I proceed to tend to my garden. Look bro, I know I chose the combat in the L skill menu. But after almost 2,000 attempts, I'm not very enthusiastic about fighting this early. And while hanging around the village, I spotted one of my best friends being captive. Then I remembered those things run at the speed of sound, and to play it safe, I crafted the first great human invention. Stone spears! Back at the man cave, I checked the librarians for trades. Both Lifesteal 2 and Advanced Prot 2. I'm not used with this kind of luck. So I did the only logical thing. Gardening! Gardening at night is never war. Gardening at night. Gardening. Oh no, you don't? Don't you dare step on my crops. Wait a second, the bounties. While searching for a good bounty, I noticed the bestiary was updated and I left to fight the Jengu. But then I saw he bought a friend and I decided to call it a night. No, I don't need a good night kiss. Okay, Jengu. Here, catch this. What did I tell you guys? The stone spear. A marvel of prehistoric technology. 10 out of 10. Would use again. Now that we're done here, do you know what time it is? You guessed it. Gardening! Oh, for the love of... Seriously? Can I get 5 minutes of privacy in this world? Look man, I'm just trying to touch some grass. And the grass starts fighting back. After fighting 2 water elementals and whatever this is, I felt the call of the sea. Grabbed my boat, made some bandages, and left to go on an adventure. Little did I know my boat was about to pull a Houdini on me. You can even tell how confused I was. I restarted the game and there it was, like nothing ever happened. Alright, I think that's enough chit chat. Since my adventure at sea finished before it even started, I decided to make some trading with these plebs, level up my defense skill and start wearing some chainmail armor. Now, more protected than ever, I can pick up where I left off yesterday. No, I'm out of here. I did my best, guys. I really tried. But it turns out that fighting 2 sirens while running from Poseidon's pet is a bit of an overkill on their part. Lesson learned, don't mess with the ocean. I'm sure the next attempt is gonna be the one. Right? So, new plan. Stop thinking, start smashing. I choose a random spawn point and by sheer luck I find the structures. The Woodland Resort, I think? What the hell. At this point its name is the least of my concerns. So I'll spare you the torture of me trying to turn this place into an actual base and cut straight to me trying to leave to be greeted by whatever that thing is. So I ran back inside and now I'm being taken hostage by the kid of a tiger with a dinosaur? Hey, kitty, sour. Whoa, someone's hungry. I get a bow and some arrows and quickly ran for the other entrance, just in time to witness this dinosaur copying a certain friendly neighborhood superhero. I allow my bow to make quick work of this sand, crab, spider, nightmare fuel. I bait our newly found superhero to this window, where I can cowardly show him what great power really means. And with one more bad joke out of my system, I turn on the waystone of the nearby village and return home to ransack the secret library in the secret basement. I raise my attack and defense to level 4, my mining to level 3, and I use the experience tomes I found. I ended up with my defense level 8 and my attack level 6, ready to use some iron armor. But even more important than iron armor, I neglected my gardening passion for too long, so I crafted a stone hoe and left the base to... It is night outside and I'm scared of the dark, so nighty night. And as I was saying before I was swept away by the fear of the dark, I left the base to start a potato farm because gardening, that's why. And with the farmer part of my soul now fully fulfilled, I put on some iron armor and decided that I don't need pants. Like for real now, why would I need pants when I can get my hands on a bronze saber? Finally, I get to replace my stone saber and holy mother of Jesus, this thing is garbage. And as I was saying, why would I need pants when I can get my hands on an Umbreon saber? Much better. I left the base in order to explore a bit, and I kid you not even 50 yards behind my base, and I find myself a forge. Let's get to smelting. And if you're curious, no, I did not put on the pants I found. Instead, I threw them in the oven. I upgraded my attack to level 8, gathered the remaining diamond and golden armor, and took my leave covered by the darkness of night. I decided to quickly hide myself from all the dangers inside this small cabin when I saw a mob name tag through the wall. Oh, I can take that. Wrong move, brave boy. It can fly and you cannot. I step outside to take a deep breath in the cold breeze of the morning, and God, no, these guys decided to wait me out. Good thing I am swift enough to make a run for it. I'm telling you, no pants was the play. Can you even imagine how slow I would be if I would be wearing iron pants right now? I return home scared and semi-rich from my expedition? I don't know. I remember the good old Skyrim days by lockpicking this chest and made myself an iron longbow. Then I immediately remembered that my short bow was of legendary quality. If you are curious of how I could lose over 250 times in this game, well, here's your answer. I'm dumb. I leave the base searching for an enemy to shoot so I can find out which bow does more damage. After a full day of searching, I finally find the skeleton, which for some reason made me panic and I end up killing him by sword. Okay, I might be lost. While trying to figure out where I was, I saw a lava pool and whatever that is, chilling inside it. I drew my bow and shot an arrow at it, and then I saw it. The imp. I am not joking when I tell you that this little black imp has killed me more times than almost any other Lycanite mobs. So naturally, I was a bit more cautious than I usually am. After killing both of them, I returned home and prepared the items I needed for the potion rings of speed, got an emerald, and crafted my first baubles. Then I realized even though I had defense level 8, I was still using the stone shield. Oops. With the backpack on my back, I left to find a suitable place for a real base with access to more resources. So I made myself a boat, got on board, and immediately decided to go for a swim. Listen guys, all my explorer's senses are telling me that I should go forward. And suddenly I got the brilliant idea to turn right. Anyway. Landing on shore, I saw something in the distance, and lo and behold, a tower. I approached and climbed the nearby destroyed tower, and jumped across on the battle tower, broke the spawners on top, and went down to face my enemy, but got scared right away by the sheer volume of bones in this room. Also, there was this cave spider that came to give me a warm welcome. After taking care of the 8-legged terror that came after me, I healed myself and went to seal that room for eternity. As you already know by now, I am scared of the dark, so I put my work on hold, crafted a sleeping bag, and went to sleep. Next morning, I got the materials for the design I had in mind, but got rudely interrupted by this little fella. I swear to God, it's like they can feel arachnophobia from a mile away. While farming the XP I needed to level up, I immediately came face to face with the flaws of my design. I made this farming spot a bit bigger, but didn't bother to fully close it. I'm sure it's gonna be okay. What's the worst thing that can happen, right? Right, guys? I tried to return to farming, but quickly realized that fire without water equals out. Worse than this, I lost my sword. How did this happen? Good thing I got an X, right? Okay, game, we need to have a chat. I got my X back, but it didn't seem I learned my lesson cause it got snatched. Again. So now would be a good time to get out my bow and start shooting the buggers until they become porcupines with no meanings of melee defense. What could go wrong? I don't know what I was thinking when I picked up that water bucket, but in all seriousness, I really thought I was going to have a heart attack when that spider rushed into my safe, fully secured room. After I barely escaped with my life, I locked that spider in that room alongside with my pride as a man who's afraid of insects. Look guys, I'm learning! I slept the night to heal my wounds and forget my shame, and tried to go down to take this tower from bottom up. As you can see, this was an even worse idea. And I got back up just in time to assist classical brain rot. The spider was so ashamed of himself that he immediately left when he saw me, but not before I fired a warning shot. I came back to this sealed room to take my revenge and retrieve my pride from this spider. Can please someone explain to me in the comments how did I shot myself in the leg here? I mean, seriously, I wasn't even aiming straight down, but at an angle? Anyway, I fully sealed the farming room this time around, then break into the tower to see more legs than I could count. So naturally, I did what any brave warrior would. I left, sealed the room, started running and never came back. So, with that image of all those spiders forever burned into my eyes, I left the tower and was greeted by all these other mobs who got to escape from the tower. I challenged this skeleton to a duel and decided to give him an advantage as I shot myself into the right arm. What followed was a true archery showdown between me and the skeletons, where I bravely unsheathed my sword and sent this white bro straight into oblivion. And I got an arrow straight between my eyes as a reward. Following a tactical retreat, I couldn't find any skeletons in close proximity, so I decided to turn this maca into a burger. And as you can see, this skeleton unlocked observation hockey and sent an arrow right into my frontal cortex, killing me in the process. This game broke me, okay? I kid you not, never before have I died so many times in a single game. But if I am one thing, that's stubborn. And oh boy, will I need to be. This video might end here, but this journey, oh, it's just getting started.